Hey guys, Steve Leslie here. I wanted to jump on here and talk to you a little bit about the power of setting goals and share a couple stories in particular that have happened to me that have impacted my life. So let me give you a little story here. Back in October 2014, I was on my second co-op while attending Fanshawe College. And I was working away at, trying to pay down some debt and basically get myself ready for the next semester financially. Didn't really have a lot of money to my name. But what I did have was a journal. I still do have a journal. At that point in particular, I had been keeping a journal for just over a year. And last year, I was going over that particular journal, and I found October 2014, I wrote a goal out that said, I want to own a house that is a live-in/rental property with amazing tenants. And down the road, there's another goal to do with the same one, but it said by the time I was 28. Well, last year, going through those journals, I found that. And that's when it really hit me about the power of setting goals, because 18 days before I turned 28 is when I got the keys to my house. So I want that to sink in for you, because when I set that goal, that was at a time where I had, next to no money, and owning a house was, it was so far in the future that it just seemed impossible. But I wrote it down anyway because that's what I wanted. And that is, it's drastically changed my life over the last year and a half. So I'm very thankful for that. Second story I want to share with you is 2 years ago, I sat down and I wrote out a list of 50 things that I wanted to do before I died. Now, after about 25 or 30 goals, you'll find yourself, it's going to be really difficult to push out those next 20. But I wrote them out, and it was in my journal, wrote it out, and just set them away. Didn't look at them again until the end of the year. And when I pulled them out, I went through the list, and I was able to check off 6 of the 50 things. And that was me just writing it all out and just having it on paper, not even looking at it until the end of the year. So I share that with you because the power of setting goals is something that is life-changing. And it's something, you might not necessarily see it just yet. But just the nature of sitting down and writing it out, regardless if you set a date to it or if you look at it again for, half a year or whatever, just you writing that out sets that in motion. And without going into all the, subtleties and whatnot, I just want you, with this new year coming up, to spend, 15 or 20 minutes sitting down with a notepad, no distractions, no phone. Just sit there, and I want you to think, over the next year, 5 years, 10 years, what are some things that I want to do? Or what are some things that I want to accomplish or that I want to have happen? Come up with 5 to 10 things that you want to do before you die, and I guarantee you it'll be life-changing. It might not happen today, might not happen tomorrow, but I guarantee a few years down the road, you'll be able to look back and say, wow, all this happened because I sat down and I wrote it out on a little piece of paper at a time when this was next to impossible. So there you go. I hope you guys have an amazing holiday. Hope you guys have a very happy new year. Until next time, keep it real.